In this worldly life, no matter how intense the punishment is, over time a person gets used to it. So people that are in notorious prisons and they are tortured, once, first day he's scared, he's whatever it is, the second, the third, after 1 month, let's go, normal practice, normal routine. Khalas, you get used to it over time. In the afterlife, in Jahannam, there is no such thing as I'll get used to it as the days go by. Allah Azza wa Jalla, He says, زِدْنَاهُمْ عَذَابًا فَوْقَ الْعَذَابِ. We increase them punishment upon their punishment. Allahu Akbar. Not a single day of rest and not a single day of getting used to the punishment. Every second and every moment is a new experience and a terrifying experience. In this worldly life, if you're punished extreme punishments, at least there is some relief knowing that others are being punished with you. Sometimes when people do prison together, they said, yeah, that's my prison mate, my cellmate. We did prison together. You find relief in the fact that, oh, I wasn't there alone. I had someone sharing the cell with me. It brings some sort of comfort that I wasn't alone. Jahannam is different. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَلَن يَنْفَعَكُمُ الْيَوْمَ إِذْ ظَلَمْتُمْ أَنَّكُمْ فِي الْعَذَابِ مُشْتَرِكُونَ. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, it'll be of no benefit to you today that you are all sharing the punishment together. You got no clue about the other and the other has no clue about what you're going through. Allahu Akbar. Worse than that, people are cursing each other in Jahannam. كُلَّمَا دَخَلَتْ أُمَّةٌ لَعَنَتْ أُخْتَهَا قالوا لا مرحبا بهم قالوا بل أنتم لا مرحبا بكم. They're cursing each other, you're not welcome here, they're slandering one another. That's the relationship between each other. Subhanallah. They are lonely in the punishment. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَمَن يَعْصِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَيَتَعَدَّ حُدُودَهُ يُدْخِلْهُ نَارًا خَالِدًا فِيهَا. خَالِدًا فِيهَا. This is the singular tense. He's alone in Jahannam, burning forever. Another thing, in this worldly life, in the prison, or whatever it is, at least there is some chance to call your family, your friends, even if it was 15 minutes a week. There's some sort of connection and that brings some sort of relief. I spoke to them. In the hellfire, there's no, you can see your relative and speak to him for 15 minutes and go back to your punishment. Allah Azza wa Jalla says, وَتَقَطَّعَتْ بِهِمُ الْأَسْبَابِ. Relationships have ended. They have cut off. There's no such thing as this is my brother, this is my friend. It doesn't exist. It's gone. And rather Allah Azza wa Jalla says, يَوَدُّ الْمُجْرِمُ لَوْ يَفْتَدِي يَوْمَئِذٍ. Allah Azza wa Jalla says that the mujrim, the criminal, would wish to ransom off his father, his mother, his partner, his children, meaning he'll wish to give them up to free himself from Jahannam. That's what he'll pay. That is the ultimate form of betrayal. He's ready to betray his entire family just to get out of there. See the relationships, how it's become? Betrayal, it's all cut off. No one is comforting no one on that day. Allahu Akbar. And you know, Allah Azza wa Jal, the Most High, like this person he wants to pay himself out of Jahannam. But there is a hadith in where Allah Azza wa Jal, He says to the people of the hellfire, who receive the least punishment, He said, if you own this entire world and 10 times like it, would you pay that to come out of the fire of hell? Imagine that, 10 worlds and you own them all. Would you pay it to come out? What's the answer? Of course, they all said we will. You know what Allah Azza wa Jal said in response? You lied. Allah Azza wa Jal, He says, while you were in the backbone of Adam, I asked from you something way less than that. I asked you that you worship me alone and associate no one with me. And you didn't do. So you're a liar. If you own the entire world and 10 times, it's still, I gave you something less than that. Subhanallah. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to grant us death upon La ilaha illallah. I'll give you another comparison. in this worldly life, if you're being tortured and punished, at least you can experience somewhat relief by reliving a good memory. Let's say you're being tortured, you close your eyes and you remember a day that you were with your family on the beach enjoying the sun. That you can relive a memory. They say, sometimes these psychologists and whatever it is that they deal with the prison inmates and so on, they just have a discussion about good memories that happen in their life. It gives them some sort of comfort. You know what the case is on the Day of Judgment? Listen to this. Allah Azza wa Jal, when Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, يُؤْتَى بِأَنْعَمِ أَهْلِ الْأَرْضِ, the person who experienced the most luxuries on earth will be brought on the Day of Judgment. I'm not talking to you about a person who was a millionaire or a billionaire. I'm talking about someone who was born a multi-billionaire, never experienced pain and calamities in his life. He doesn't even know what sickness means. He lived a long life and took all the pleasures of this worldly life that it can offer. Cars and girls and mansion and gold and silver and land and property and all of it he had at his disposal. That person will be brought on the Day of Judgment and given one dip in Jahannam, really quick. And it will be said to him, هَلْ رَأَيْتَ نَعِيمًا قَطْ? Have you ever seen any blessing and luxury in your life? He says, Wallahi, I have never seen any luxury in my life. What does that mean? He forgot all his good memories. And then when he's thrown in Jahannam, what good memory can he relive to reduce the pain of that punishment upon him? Nothing. Do you see how just and at the same time intense and severe the punishment of Allah Azza wa Jal is? There is absolutely no chance of one break whatsoever. Subhanallah. Allahu Akbar. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to save us, my brothers and sisters in Islam. Once they're in Jahannam, and this is the type of punishment that they're going to be experiencing, isolated, lonely. Now they are hungry. The foods are being prepared. Open buffet to the people of the fire. Number one, az-zaqum is brought forth. Inna shajarat az-zaqum ta'amul athim kal-muhli yaghli fil butun kaghali al-hamim. The tree of zaqum is brought. And this zaqum, it tastes like murky oil that boils in the bellies like boiling water when they eat it. Once they eat it, their intestines are torn and it comes out of their bellies. As Allah Azza wa Jal said. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, if one drop, a tiny drop of zaqum was to fall onto this worldly life, لَأَفْسَدَتْ عَلَىٰ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيَا مَعِيشَتَهُمْ. It would corrupt the life of people on earth. We would all be holding our noses and we will not be able to live the day and sleep the nights. If a tiny drop of zaqum fell on earth, imagine then if that is the food of a person and he has no food besides that.